What is income statement and what is balance sheet? Let me show you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. My name is Nur Azrin bin Bahadun alias Muhammad Noor. ID number 2019967897 from UiTM Campus Arau. Want to present about income statement and balance sheet for the course Financial Management FIN 421. I have chosen Ajinomoto Malaysia Berhad company and will present the income statement and balance sheet for the year ended 31 March 2019, which I have obtained from Google search. Basically, the difference between income statement and balance sheet is income statement is made to calculate the income of a company, organization or individual to calculate whether they have a profit or loss. As for the balance sheet, it is held for us to see whether a company or an organization or an individual, the value of its assets is balanced or not with the value of liabilities. That is in general that I can explain about the difference between income statement and also balance sheet. Let's look at the income statement first. For income statement, we will start or put revenue first above. Revenue in this income statement means the value of the company's sales finding. Then we need to deduct the value of these findings with the items I will describe. Let me see one by one. The first mentioned here is an inventory that takes into account the value of finished goods, which means ready for sale or work in progress that can bring revenue to the company, which is RM2003. Then raw materials and packaging materials consumed, which means the materials used before producing a product or item, which is RM2100274041. Then employee benefits expense, that may mean that the company pays wages or salary to the employee. For the income statement account of this company spend and pay for wages and salary, gratuity, defined contribution plans, provision for defined benefits plans, retirement benefit charge to profit or loss, social security cost provision for short terms accumulating compensated absence, and other staff related expenses, which total value RM5325247. In this income statement is also stated depreciation of property, plant and equipment, which is RM16114,700. This means depreciation of an asset or property such as machinery equipment experiencing depreciation. Then look at the other operating expenses will be like utility bills, stationeries and so on. There are companies that state one by one items for this section, but for large companies they cost a lot, so they just put other expenses to cover all their operating expenses. For this value, we can see the company stated RM66795085 for other operating expenses. In this income statement, we can see profit before tax worth RM72659111. So we need to deduct income tax expenses worth RM16078,508, and then we will get the net profit, value of tax or net profit. That is all my description related to this company's income statement. Then I will tell you about the balance sheet of this company for the year ended 31 March 2019. Before we make a balance sheet, we need to first calculate the company's income as I explained. We need to include the value or profit or loss in the current asset section. As I explained, this balance sheet was created to see whether the company's assets are balanced or not with liabilities. Let me see together in this balance sheet. First of all, we need to place the non-current part of the asset. What is a non-current asset? This non-current asset is a long-term asset, meaning this is not easily melted into cash. The level of liquidity is low. Current asset is an asset in short terms, where the level of liquidity is high and easily melt into cash. The same applies to non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Let me see one by one. Under this non-current asset, there is property, plant and equipment, which is RM75629330. This asset is low liquidity level and difficult to liquidate it into cash. Then it have other receivables, which is RM13841116, where the company has a debtor or borrowing party. Then it have other investments, which is RM226000 and deferred tax asset, which is RM299126. Then we look at the current asset. The company places inventories in the current asset section, where inventories always enter and its level of liquidity is high and easily convert into cash. Then the company stated trade and other receivables, derivatives assets, investment securities and cash and bank balance with the values already stated. So to get the total value of assets, we need to add only the value we get in the current asset and also the non-current asset, which is RM77538572 for current asset and RM4557229690 for non-current asset, making the total assets RM533261,262. Then we look at the next paragraph, which is equity and liabilities. Current liabilities. These current liabilities involve things that are necessary for the company to make payments. Retirement benefit obligation is the value that company need to spend or to pay for their employees or staff, which is RM548874. Then trade and other payables, which means the company owes or borrows from the other party, which the value RM52788321 because of buy a machine, expand plant and so on. And we also have to calculate the non-current liabilities. For non-current liabilities, we can see company spend RM11809589 for retirement benefit obligations and don't have spent for deferred tax liabilities for the year ended 31 March 2019. So we need to add the value of current asset liabilities with the value of non-current liabilities to get the value of total liabilities. The stated value is RM56116,876 for current liabilities and RM11809589 for non-current liabilities, making the company's total liabilities RM67926,469. To get net assets as well, we need to deduct the value of liabilities from the total number of assets. If we look at this balance sheet, RM533261,262 minus total liabilities RM67926,469, and we will get a net assets value of RM465334,797. And one more thing, we need to calculate equity. Equity should be included under liabilities also because equity plus liabilities equal to assets. Equity for the company share capital, which is RM65102,234. Retained earnings RM401058,290 and other reserves RM of 825727 make the total equity of the company RM465334,797. So the total of equity, which is RM465334,797 plus total liabilities, which is RM67926,465 will be RM533261262. So the value of total assets balance with the total equity plus liabilities, which is RM533261262, same to the formula equity plus liabilities equal to assets. That's all for me. I hope you will understand what I explained about this income statement and balance sheet. See you next time. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum.